Steamer the Railroad Dog. Written and illustrated by Ken J. Johnson. A long time ago, there was a pup with no name. Some called him Mutt, or Stray. Even,
"Hey, you!"
followed by,
"Get out of there! Scram!"
or just plain,
"Shoo!"
He didn't mind. Pup was having too much fun being footloose and fancy-free. No one ever told him what to do or when to come home. He loved exploring the neighborhood, finding new things to sniff, greeting other dogs, and chasing cats. No, Pup didn't think he was missing out on anything. Until one day, Pup saw a little white dog riding in the basket of a girl's tricycle. "I'm Fluffy," said the dog. "What's your name?" "I don't have a name," said Pup. "What's it like to ride in a basket on a tricycle?" "Fabulous, just fabulous," Fluffy said. "I love to feel the wind in my fur and to be up so high from the sidewalk." "How nice," said Pup, and the tricycle rode away with Fluffy. Then Pup saw a brown beagle proudly riding in a red wagon pulled by a little boy. "How's the ride in there, Beagle?" asked Pup. "Terrific, just terrific," said the beagle. "We go super fast down the hills. What do you ride in?" "I don't have a ride," Pup said. "Oh, that's too bad," said the beagle. "I hope you find one." "Me too," said Pup. Down the street was a big, shiny automobile. The family was going on a picnic with Sammy, their Labrador. "How's the ride up there?" asked Pup. "Marvelous, just marvelous," said Sammy. "It's fun to stick my head out the window and hang my tongue out. I can sniff for miles without getting tired. You should try it." "I'd really like to," Pup said, as the car sped away. Just then, he heard a siren. A big red fire truck came down the street with a Dalmatian riding high up in the back. He saw Pup down below and nodded to say hello. He was too important to hang his tongue out. Pup chased after the fire engine for a few blocks. "Now that's a ride," Pup said to himself. "I want to find a ride like that." Pup stopped to catch his breath in front of a junkyard full of old, rusty cars. "I wonder what it's like to sit in one," he thought. He jumped in the front seat of the first car he saw. All of a sudden, a big, scary dog jumped on the hood, growling and showing his teeth. "Urgh! Get out of my yard!" Pup was so startled, he jumped clear out of the old junker and ran down the street. "There's nothing meaner than a junkyard dog, that's for sure," he said to himself. Pup was so sad. "All the other dogs have something to ride in except for me," he thought. Where could I go to find a ride for myself? I know. I'll go where there are lots of cars to choose from. Uptown. Uptown was a busy place, with big buildings, lots of cars, and people walking this way and that. Pup spotted a delivery truck with open doors and jumped in for a look. "When the driver gets back, I'll be on my way," Pup said to himself. Just then he heard a whisper. "Psst! Hey, you!" "What? Where are you?" asked Pup. "Look behind you." Pup turned his head to see another dog peering at him from the darkness behind strange bars. "My name is Zipper. What are you doing up there?" "I want to go for a ride," Pup said. "In a dog catcher's truck?" cried Zipper. "Get out of here, quick! He'll take you to the pound. Get your family to take you for a ride." "I don't have a family," Pup said. "How did you get in there?" "I strayed away from my owner and got caught," said Zipper. "He loves me, and I miss him." "Let me help you escape," said Pup. "Quickly then, open the door around back," said Zipper. Pup jumped down and ran to the back of the truck. Just then, the dog catcher came bursting out of the deli.
"Hey, you mutt! Wait till I get my hands on you!"
"Yikes," yelped Pup. "Hurry," said Zipper. Pup reached up as far as he could and opened the latch with the tip of his nose. Zipper pushed the door open and jumped out. "Thank you! Now run!" he barked. Then he ran down the street. "I hope we meet again," said Pup as he ran the other direction. The dog catcher jumped into his truck and sped after Pup.
You won't get away from me!
Pup ran as fast as he could. The dog catcher drew closer and closer. Just when Pup thought he couldn't run anymore, he spotted a hole in a fence and wriggled through. The dog catcher came to a screeching halt. He looked all around, but he couldn't see Pup. He smacked his head on the steering wheel.
I lost him,
he grumbled as he drove away. This isn't my day, Pup cried, trying to catch his breath. All I wanted was a ride. He thought about all the other dogs he saw riding with their owners. Zipper was right. What good is a ride without a loving family? He took a big breath and let out a long howl, woo, and put his head down to cry. In the distance came a reply, woo, woo, woo. Oh my, Pup sighed. Someone else must be feeling lonesome today too. It came again, louder this time. Woo, woo, woo. Pup popped his head up to see a plume of smoke in the distance. Was it a fire? No. Under the smoke, he could see a big bright light. A bell rang. Ding, 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 ding. Pup watched as it came closer and closer. A train was coming. The crossing signal stopped traffic for the train, swinging and ringing with its shining red light. The whistle blew as the engine crossed the road. Woo-hoo! Smoke and steam billowed from the stack with a chuff, chuff, chuff. And the side rods moved the wheels around and around. The fireman, who makes sure there's enough steam to run the locomotive, waved to the kids as the train rolled by. Pup forgot all about his troubles and chased after the big engine. Pup followed the locomotive as it slowed to a stop with a long squeal and hiss. The brakeman, who helps the conductor with the train, climbed down from the cab. Pup had fun biting the little steam puffs coming from the engine. The fireman pointed at Pup. Look! A dog who likes steam trains! The brakeman laughed and walked back to the train cars to meet with the conductor. Pup followed. I'll uncouple the engine here, said the conductor from the other side of the train. You ride up and line the switch. I'll get the boxcar ready to go. Piece of cake, said the brakeman. What is that behind you? A dog? Said the conductor. Dogs don't belong on the railroad. However, Pup felt like he belonged. The conductor uncoupled the engine from the train with a clank and a psht as the train separated. The brakeman climbed aboard the back of the engine as it headed to the switch. Pup chased after the brakeman. Dogs on the railroad, said the conductor. What next? Cats in the caboose? The brakeman stepped off the back of the engine as it came to a stop. Hey there, Pooch, he said as he lined the switch to another track. Do you want to learn about trains? I sure do, Pup said with a woof. All right, said the brakeman. See, the engine is backing down the spur track to pick up the boxcar, just like playing fetch. Pup wagged his tail when he heard fetch. When it returns with the boxcar, I'll line the switch again so it can couple onto the rest of the train. Pup watched as the engine came back with the boxcar. I wonder how I could fetch something that big, thought Pup. The fireman laughed at the brakeman. Are you trying to teach that dog about railroading? The brakeman lined the switch back to the main track and signaled the engine to back up to the train. Pup was ready for more. The brakeman climbed up in the cab as the engine rolled backward to the train. Bye-bye, Pooch, he said. I wish I could take you with me. Just then, Pup saw the conductor in the distance, signaling to the engine. He thought he was waving for him to come. So Pup followed the engine and boxcar as they backed slowly to the train. The conductor signaled the engineer to stop just as it coupled to the train with a big clank. The engine pulled on the train, but the coupler didn't hold, leaving the train behind. The conductor stepped between the cars to fix it, and he noticed Pup watching close by. Are you still here? Asked the conductor. I already told you, dogs don't belong on the railroad. Pup walked back to the fence with his head held low and his tail between his legs. He turned to take one last look at the train when he noticed something peculiar. The boxcar was slowly rolling away from the engine right toward the conductor. Pup barked and barked, but the conductor wasn't aware of the danger. Pup knew he had to do something. Pup ran with all his might, and with a big leap, knocked the conductor out of the way just in time. The boxcar slammed into the rest of the train with a big bang. The train crew came running. "What happened?" asked the conductor. "The boxcar broke loose and rolled right towards you," said the brakeman. "This pooch knocked you out of the way." The conductor thought for a moment, and then he smiled. "Well, I guess it's official. This dog belongs on the railroad." The conductor took the fireman's bandana and gently tied it around Pup's neck. "Steamer! That's a good name for a railroad dog." The crew put the train back together and brought Steamer aboard the caboose. The whistle blew, toot toot, and the train chugged away. So began the adventures of Steamer, the railroad dog. He had finally found a family to love, and the best ride, too. Nowadays, when the other dogs see him rolling by on the train, they ask, "How's the ride, Steamer?" And he replies, "Wonderful, just wonderful." Be sure to click the like button below and please share with your friends. This book was published in 2020 and is available for purchase. Click the link below to learn more, or go to steamertherailroaddog.coom for a list of stores where it's available and online. Also, there are coloring pages you can download and more railroad fun for kids. Thanks for watching.